and Michael Jaafar, both trial attorneys who, this is an unusual one, guys. Michael Jaafar, they're asking about whether a verbal argument without anything physical can prompt a heart attack, and is that homicide? I don't know if I want to live in a world where if someone's on the phone and there's a verbal argument, or on the television and you get really mad at what they're saying. I mean, that seems to be the slippery slope that we're on.
It would be a terrible standard to set, a precedent to set, that, hey, if you argue with somebody and you create a hormonal imbalance in their body that causes them to die, that would be considered. I don't even think she would be responsible even if this was just a civil case, right? If this was a civil case, the standard's a lot lower. Was it a foreseeable part of your conduct? Would your conduct foreseeably let you know that somebody's going to die from this? Well, no, of course not, right? It would be crazy. And right now she's being charged with manslaughter, right? So voluntary manslaughter in Massachusetts requires some sort of, intentional killing by accident. Involuntary manslaughter requires that you be reckless. Was she reckless in going to his house and arguing with him about being evicted, about something she justifiably should have been upset? She's being evicted by his brother. Well, I don't think that that's an unreasonable thing to be upset about, him being upset. But she has a really good attorney who's ultra prepared. I've seen this attorney prep. I've seen this attorney argue cases on court TV, other high profile cases. And he advised her to waive this jury because he knew that Judge Beverly Canone could be reasonable, and he knew what the ace he had in the hole of cross-examining this expert. Now, I'm not saying it's guaranteed that he's going to prevail, but it seems likely that he is, because at the end of the day, he's poked holes in this expert, and this expert honestly is being honest. I like that. She's being honest. Yeah, if he was upset by himself, we would not be having this conversation. But he was upset because somebody else made him upset. I think it's a stretch. I don't think she should be convicted, and I agree with you. I don't want to live in a world where if you argue with somebody and they die, you're gonna be guilty of manslaughter. It's not like she was driving and distracting and ran somebody over. This is different. So I don't think that they're going to prove their case.
Michael Jaafar, I'm going to throw in to Marjorie's point. If this was an assault and battery, I don't know that gets us to felony, but they are saying she was committing a crime at the time.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier, that if she was offered a plea early on to just take assault and battery, she probably would have taken it, would have been a misdemeanor. But what I see going on here, Julia, is what I call advanced advocacy on the part of the defense attorney, right? I forget his name, but he's doing advanced advocacy. What's that? So he doesn't so much care about the answers to the questions. He wants the judge to hear the questions, so he's speaking to the judge without speaking to the judge, because he knows that she, as a fellow attorney, she's asking the same questions that he's asking, and she's going to weigh the credibility of this expert. So really, this is advanced advocacy. He's operating on another level. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I think the judge is going to take all of this into account.
We've got to go. Michael Jaafar.